Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yelial in this incarnation. So today I wanted to talk about how to develop inner strength in times of crisis. And I think this is something that we naturally could develop while we are experiencing things like this. But how I said before, I think we are in a process, a planetary process, and that we are going to experiment a lot of events in an accelerated way in order to get rid of layers of our ego. So I think this is not something to cause fear to anyone, but I think it's important to stay in tune with ourselves and to continue with our path with trust and to understand that there is nothing that is a punishment in this universe. Actually, this is a process that we are experiencing in order to create a new reality. And that reality is going to be more connected to love. So I think the very first thing to understand if we are experimenting a crisis right now, it's that whatever is presenting at this moment, that thing is presenting because we can deal with that. So there's nothing we cannot do at this moment if we have inner trust of this. And maybe not always we can change things outside, but we can change our perception of the things. So what is important is that if that crisis is presenting right now to us, it is because we can deal with that, and we will find a way. So the second thing is to, if we are falling in some way, to get up as fast as we can. And with this, I'm not saying we have to not respect our processes. I already talked about how important it is to deal with emotions and how important it is to respect our own times and our own processes. What I mean is that it's very important to embrace our emotions and to feel them, to feel whatever we have to feel, but don't get carried away by those emotions. Don't let them to control your life, because many times we could have this tendency to get thrown in them, and we have to keep going. We have to keep going at this time. So we have to learn about the things that are presenting, and it doesn't matter how much time that is taking for us, but it's important to keep going, to tell ourselves that it's important to keeping opening our path. So other thing that is important in a moment of austerity, I mean, if we are experimenting an economic fall, it's not to be selfish. This is not a time to be that, because what we have to practice is to share even more at moments like that. Because if we are experimenting an economic fall, that means that we are disconnecting from the infinite sustenance. So this is a moment to share whatever we have. It doesn't matter what we are given in comparison with others. What it matters is that we are sharing what we have. And this maybe it's not money, but it's something that we can do good for others. So this is a very, very important moment if we are experimenting something like this, to share. This is the way that we are connecting to the divine source again, the infinite sustenance. Okay, other thing, I think it's related to letting go whatever we have to let go. And I am telling this because many times we had relationships of with people for many years, or with people we still love, but it's very important to understand that now there's a lot of decisions we have to take in order to create this new world in ourselves, inside ourselves. So we cannot put a foot on the new world and keep the other in the old world. So there's many people that is not going to share our same frequency in our path, and it's very important to take those decisions, even if we are talking about very close ones, because we cannot stop our evolution, because we know that it's the best for us and for them too. So This is very important, and we already know how detachment is a vital piece of our path, a vital practice, not only with parts of ourselves, but with our relationships too, many times. So other thing that I'm going to tell you is about becoming unmanipulable. I mean, there is going to be a lot of information, not only on the internet, on the social media, but from the government or from whatever place that we are receiving that. And we have to active our discernment at these times. We have to really understand how that information resound with ourselves, and even spiritual communicators, because everyone can give the wrong answer, the wrong message. So it's very important to active the resonance we are having with those messages. And it doesn't mean that every time that I don't like a message, that message is not truth. And I'm going to give an example, because 10 years ago I received messages about the planetary information, about the planetary process, but it caused me fear and anger, and I didn't like it, so I put that information away. But right now I'm again on the same place with another perception. So it's very important to hear the voice of our intuition right now, and to understand that not every message is something that we are going to like, but I think acting with the activation of our resonance, we are going to understand if that could be an inner truth, So other thing is to really focus in where we are putting our energy. I mean, fights, discussions with people that are not serving for the best good. We have to really focus on the intention that we have, that when we are communicating with people, and the intentions that people are having when we are communicating with us. So it's very important to focus our energy, because if we are transiting a crisis, we need the energy for ourselves. So it's very, very important where we are putting it. And at last, I think it's very important to, if we are asking messages to the universe, if we are asking signals, and we know how that function, how that operates like an algorithm, we have to be willing to follow those signs. I mean, not every time we are going to have to do things that are easy. Many times doing the correct it's not easy. So we have to be willing to keep opening our path and do whatever we need to do in order to keep evolving and to keep creating. This is about creating a new reality again. So I think it's important to, in order to resolve our crisis and to transcend all the limitations that are presenting at this moment. So sorry for my English. Thank you, everybody, and see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.